what do you say to people that kind of think there's something else behind your magic, another force behind your magic, or something that helps you create these illusions?
Maybe there is.
33rd degree Freemason Manly P. Hall admitted that throughout history magicians have sold their souls to the devil, and in return they receive special powers during their short time on Earth. In his book, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, Hall said about magicians, quote, "By means of the secret processes of ceremonial magic, it is possible to contact these invisible creatures and gain their help in some human undertaking. It is possible to make contracts with spirits whereby the magician becomes for a stipulated time the master of an elemental being. True black magic is performed with the aid of a demoniacal spirit, who serves the sorcerer for the length of his earthly life, with the understanding that after death the magician shall become the servant of his own demon. For this reason a black magician will go to inconceivable ends to prolong his physical life, since there is nothing for him beyond the grave." I believe this is what happened with Dynamo. This is the real secret to his sudden success.
They say a magician should never reveal his secrets. But sometimes the secret is where the magic lies.
Dynamo is the devil!
You're the devil!
This is a Fiat auto commercial officially called, quote, "Dynamo Unleashing the Power of X." Dynamo stands in front of a black box and begins to open it. Interestingly, in Greek mythology there is a box called Pandora's box which contained all the world's evils. Is Dynamo opening a symbolic Pandora's box?
When we change perspective, our true potential is unleashed. Are you ready to see the world in a new light?
Dynamo probably figured out that the fastest and easiest way to rise to the top of the world in magic is to give himself completely to the devil. In one way or another, I believe he did that, and in return he might be the fastest growing magician in the world. In this next clip, Dynamo says, quote, "Talk of a devil and he will appear."
Talk of the devil and he will appear.
Right after he says this, Dynamo appears in front of a group of women sitting at a table. He seems to be referring to himself as a devil. Here's an interesting clip from a man who said he knew a friend of Dynamo.
But he had some sort of difficulty in his life, and he said that, this guy obviously met Dynamo, I'm assuming, and he said, he knew people who knew Dynamo, and he said that Dynamo basically said to whoever that, he's gonna, I guess his situation was so bad, Dynamo's situation was so bad that his life sort of flashed in front of him. So he kind of said that, he said to people around him that, I'm going to make something of myself, see you in a few weeks or few months, I'm going to be famous worldwide or whatever, just kind of bigging himself up a bit, saying that, trying to basically
hype himself and come back,
plan big things in the near future. And so he said that basically, I don't know how this got out, but he said that Dynamo either told people or people kind of observed it. But Dynamo apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but he said that he went into live in the woods for a week, secluded himself and started worshipping the devil, or worshipped something within the woods. And I don't know, he just kind of submitted himself or something like that for a week or a month, I'm not sure exactly. And then when he came back, his career obviously blew up, apparently. But
Goes to hell.
that's pretty much it. So basically, he went to the woods, started devil worship or something, and came back out and
So you
became
think
a big megastar. But
well,
he kept talking about it. He was like, Dynamo said that he worshipped the devil, and he said that he was going to become a success, and he did after coming out of the seclusion period. So
he went to live in the woods.
yeah, he said he apparently stayed in the woods or secluded himself somewhere in the woods. And
فإذا في داخل الغرفة زبائن جلبت، يعني تحس أن هذه الزبائن جلبت للغرفة بارتفاع نصف متر، ثم أنرت بالكشاف فرأيت شيء يتحرك، هو شخص فألقي القبض عليه، وإذا هو يقول إن الشياطين إن الجن تأمرني أن أبات في هذه الأماكن وفي هذه الزبائن حتى تنفذ لي ما أريد. هذا المكان.
So consider the statements already covered in which Dynamo openly admits that his goal in life was to become famous through magic.
When I get out of hospital, I want to do something to leave a legacy, because if I'd have died in hospital then, what would people remember me for? I decided I'm going to do whatever it is, whatever it takes to make a career in magic. And I suppose that was probably the birth of Dynamo.
حقيقة يا شيخ يعني هناك مصالح مشتركة بين الساحر والشيطان. ما يمكن يتم السحر للساحر إلا بتقرب الشيطان له. يعني هناك مصالح مشتركة بين الساحر والشيطان. وش مصلحة الساحر حينما يعقد الحجاب؟ ما هي مصلحة هذا الساحر من الشيطان، وما هي مصلحة الشيطان من الساحر؟ هذا الساحر مصلحة أمرين قررها رب العالمين في كتابه. لما جاب فرعون السحرة قالوا لنا أجر، قال نعم لأنه يعرف حقيقتهم، هم يريدون غير الدنيا والوجاهة والمكانة، قال نعم وإنكم من المقربين، تعال أعطيكم خليكم أقرب الناس بس كونوا معي، لكن كونوا معي. طيب وش هدف الشيطان؟ هدف الشيطان هو جلب العباد، تعبيد العباد لغير الله جل وعلا وتعليقهم، وهو أحيانا ينوع لهم طرق الإضلال، فيأتيهم من باب الشرك، عجز عنه جاءهم من باب البدعة، عجز عنهم جاءهم من باب الكبيرة ثم الصغيرة، حتى يشغل حتى في المباحات، ثم إذا أسقطه بدأ يكرر حتى يوقع في الشرك.
Might find it difficult to believe that Dynamo would worship or submit himself to the devil for fame, fortune, or special abilities.
So now that we're warmed up a little bit, I want to show you how to win the lottery. It's a technique I use that I call cheating.
But consider that he is a complete pagan and completely accepts all kinds of grave sins.
So if you are homosexual out there and you're afraid of coming out, don't be afraid, because we'll welcome you with open arms, won't we? Because we've all got love in our hearts. Yeah. Don't matter what creed, flavour, anything you are, we're all humans and we're in this together.
Because
together.
On this particular evening, we were on our way to a nightclub. When we were younger, it was always tough getting into places. The bouncers would always hassle us, and I used to perform just to get us through the door. Now, things are different.
You can get grown men brought to tears, but then on the other extreme you get women fainting. Sometimes you get women throwing themselves at me, which is kind of cool.
Right now I'm about to go on stage, Tiny Temper. It's from Miami to Beeper. Worldwide, it's global, that's how we do it.
Now that you've seen it, my dear, now that you've all looked at it carefully, may I show you a miracle? She says, that's impossible. Of course it's impossible. That's why we do it.
Earth, wind, fire, water. How can I manipulate those elements to create an apparent miracle? We're going to have to create miracles. You know, I'm going to create miracles in the audience. And you see miracles literally inches away.
When I was a kid, I used to dream about a place where anything was possible. A world where I could do anything and be anything I wanted to be, and nothing could hold me back. So I became a magician, a master of the impossible, and somehow my dream came true.